BMW 9/3 Review. What is it? Almost a decade after launching the i3, BMW finally brought out its second fully electric production car towards the end of 2021. And this time it looked normal. In fact, it is normal. It's just another X3. Which is actually BMW's biggest selling car, yes, bigger than the 3 Series. The X3 can be had as petrol, diesel, plug-in hybrid and now full electric. The version fueled by Unicorn WE is eagerly awaited. Has it been modified for batteries and whatnot? The 9/3 was engineered after the rest of the current, 3rd Gen X3 lineup was finished. So they didn't alter much. The cabin is unchanged. Its body shell isn't much different, even underneath. This means the battery isn't as big as you might expect. And it has to hang below the floor, so there isn't as much ground clearance as a full SUV. Legroom doesn't increase. It's rear drive only, and there's no front boot. Its myriad of rivals have bigger packs, twin-motor 4WD and frunks. Uh-oh. And yes, it may be pretty new, but what you see here is actually the facelift 9/3. BMW announced a refresh of its looks in August 2021, before any pre-facelift examples even reached the UK. Odd. In the end, those pre-facelift cars were badged as Premier Edition and Premier Edition Pro. Nice work from the marketing department. The facelift doesn't change too much, bringing a sharper front end, larger kidneys and rear lights that take inspiration from the 2 Series coupe. There's also a bigger infotainment screen and a fresh gear selector. Hit me with some figures. So, the magic numbers then. With just the 282 brake horsepower motor, 0 to 62 miles per hour takes 6.8 seconds. There's none of the whiplash acceleration of the rival Lexus SUVs. The battery is a modest 80 kWh gross, 74 kWh usable. BMW looks to be dragging its feet badly here. But the WLTP range is an excellent 285 miles, and this smallish battery will charge fast because it'll accept 150 kilowatts. In other words, the 9/3 seems to be very efficient, and it targets the way people really use their cars rather than the characteristics that'll win YouTube or Twitter wars. Who's it for? It's for people who want a crossover not for off-roading, but because of the high driving position and big boot. That'll be most buyers of crossovers then, especially electric crossovers, and especially in China and the US. And China is where the 9/3 is built. Not that you can tell the build quality, materials, and refinement are exactly what you get out of the Munich factory, or indeed the US factory where the normal X3 is made. Despite the apparently compromised layout, it uses BMW's latest generation of battery, electronics, and motor. The battery has greatly improved energy density, the motor has better power density. In other words, more go from less size. They're also seen in the i4 saloon and will be in the 9 SUV too, both of which use a dedicated floor pan and so have space for a higher capacity pack to get more range.